I am emotionally cheating on my husband with a woman from work. I want more. Hey Reddit, long-time lurker, first-time poster. I could really do with some advice as I don't have anyone to talk to about this. I hope I'm writing this is the correct way. So for some background. I F31 am married to be M33. We've been together over 13 years. He has been my first in everything in life. In the beginning of our relationship things were great. We've built a comfortable life together. I guess with the years things have become a little stagnant, but I just assumed that was the natural progression of marriage. Naturally, the next step we've been considering is children. We've not been not trying, but we've also not been going out of our way to make it happen. However, I am seriously considering going back on contraception because of a new relationship which has begun to unfold. And this is where I need the advice. 6 months ago, a new woman started at my workplace, JF30. She had come in on a temp role to cover a mat leave. She became popular with the team. She's very chatty, warm and likable and fitted in straight away. We quickly became very fast friends. We hot desk at work, but I noticed whenever we are working together, she would always take the closest desk to wherever I was and vice versa. I started to find myself getting that little bit more excited about going into work because I would get to see her. There is never a dull silence when we are together. We are always laughing, giggling and just having fun. We take lunch together, have been for after-work drinks together. She is just that best friend I've never had before. Even growing up I was quite shy and always envied my little sister with her outgoing nature and having a huge group of best mates. We also have a friendship out of work. She invited me for a hike a few weeks ago and more since. I have been craving to go hiking for so long, B won't go with me. I asked him once for my birthday if we could take one hike. He said he would organize something. He didn't. We had ended up in the pub all day, and when I asked when we were going for my birthday hike, he had said he couldn't be bothered. On my birthday. Since becoming friends with Jay, we have done lots of outdoor things together which I've always wanted to do but been too shy afraid to do alone. We message a lot and have confided in each other. I have told her that my relationship with B feels stale. That he doesn't want to do anything together, and if I suggest something different, he just says I can go without him. He just wants to drink at the pub, watch TV, or chill at home. I don't mind that sometimes, but I want more. I like being outside and being busy. I have confided in Jay that all the things we are doing together are things I wish B would do with me. She has always extended the invitation, but he always says no thanks. Obviously, as our friendship has deepened, I have found out more about Jay. She returned home after living in AUS for 2.5 years. She was in a pretty serious relationship out there with another woman, K29. However, Jay had to return home because her father passed away suddenly. The relationship breakdown was tough for Jay because she had to face the sudden death of her dad, but also finish the relationship with K. I have found myself thinking about Jay more and more. Talking about her more and more. One of my friends even made a joke that I have a crush on her. The small group I was with all laughed and agreed. I of course played it off and I felt embarrassed because maybe I had talked about her too much, but it got me asking myself. Do I have a crush on Jay? I find myself thinking about her often. I feel those flutters when I am going to work and know I'll get to see her, or get a bit giddy when we are going to meet up. I hug her a little bit longer when we see each other and say goodbye. I get excited when I see she's messaged me. I have even dreamed about her. A couple of weeks ago it was my birthday. It fell on a Monday, so not a very exciting day granted. I'd already arranged with my parents to see them the following weekend for belated presents cards. My husband was extremely busy Monday. He had said he had a big meeting on. Anyway, I didn't get an acknowledgement, a card, a text. I went to work. Jay had already arrived, handed me a gift bag and card. Inside were some of my favorite chocolates from a handmade place down the road which is well known I love, also not cheap, and a few other very thoughtful and personalized little things that only someone who knows me would think to get. She even took me for lunch and got me a little cake from my favorite bakery. I didn't tell her about my husband, but when she asked what were his and my plans for the evening, I didn't know what to tell her. I made an excuse and moved on. When I drove home that night, a little part of me had worked up expectation that perhaps he had arranged something special for when I got home. Maybe even a surprise party. I had even stupidly convinced myself this was the case, so much so I was really excited. When I walked through the door, nothing. Not a damn thing. He was slobbed in front of the TV drinking a beer. He even had the audacity to say, "You're a bit late, aren't you? What are we having for tea?" Translating to, "What are you going to make?" I told him, "Forget it, I'm going out." He turned to look at me and was so pissed, saying he'd had the worst day at work and was starving. I didn't say a thing. Just got in my car and drove off. I drove straight to Jay's. Needless to say, she was very surprised when I rocked up but welcomed me with open arms. We cracked open a bottle of wine and she ordered a takeaway, and she got a few giggles out of me once I had calmed down. She didn't badmouth my husband once. Just listened. My phone started blowing up. My husband. Apologies. The penny had finally dropped. My mum was also calling, so I put two and two together in that she had reminded him what day it was. The rest of the week I was flooded with flowers, gifts from my husband. His way of apologizing. Offers to do the things I enjoy doing. The works. We have the weekend at my parents' to celebrate my belated birthday, but it all feels fake and awkward from him. At some point the topic of kids gets brought up. My husband proudly exclaims it shouldn't be long and winks around the table. I feel sick. And so here I am. I know I am already emotionally cheating on my husband with Jay. And I don't even feel sorry. The more I think about it, the more I realize how neglectful he has been of me. How I do everything in my power to please him. Make him feel special, sacrifices I've made to make him happy and valued, and I have had nothing in return for literal years. In the space of a few months, Jay has made me feel more special and wanted than he has in the last 5 years, and without even trying, I think. And if I am being honest, yes, I do have a crush on her. She really does give me butterflies and giddy buzz I have never ever felt in my life. I find I am thinking about her, missing her when I'm not with her. I feel crazy for feeling this way, but I have never felt like this about anyone ever. I don't know what to do. Reddit. Even if I did split from my husband, there is no guarantee Jay will even feel the same way. I know she is still hurting from her ex, and maybe she just sees me as a friend. Or maybe she has been what I needed to see. I deserve more. Or, do I continue with my husband? Really try to make it work, even though I feel like I've tried everything and things change for a week or two but slip back to the same old ways. Do we have a baby? Would it bring us together? Oh, I don't know. I'm so sorry for the babbling, but I am at a loss. I have nobody I can speak to about this, so even one tiny comment could help me right now. I will try to answer any questions. Thank you. Info. I have tried to communicate with him numerous times that I am unhappy with our life. We tried counseling 3 times, but each time he quit, saying it's a waste of money, that he is happy. I have literally begged him to do some of the things I like, and to meet some of my needs. He will try for a week or 2, at most a month, before we fall back to the same old tempo.